Hey internet, how's it going? Aoharu Kanju, or machine gun, I believe that's what it's also called Aoharu Machine Gun, which is a TV show. Well, at least this brand new anime which is coming out is, I believe it's about airsoft wars, or at least like people who like play airsoft and then they use these games. It's a lot like, to me it comes off a lot like what like the premise of Air Gear, but instead of races, it's just a mock battle with airsoft guns and a whole bunch of body armor and shit, which is actually pretty cool. But at the same time, though, it's like this anime doesn't necessarily start there. We start our TV show with a crazy girl dressed up as a boy. Her name is Haru, and Hotaru, and apparently it wants to be a hero of justice, and she uses that ability to beat up bullies, obviously. And she also uses her abilities of a girl to overreact without listening to the actual information itself, and then just runs off and just does things on her fucking own. Also, because she's flat-chested, she can't handle the word breast or fucking tits or some shit like that. She can't really handle that word because she doesn't have any of her own. And she openly attacks Masamune, a dude, the only other main character in this thing, or at least seemingly main character who was in the opening, with the other guy character who pops up at the end of the first episode with the glasses. I believe his name is, I don't necessarily know his name. His name is Yukimura, the dude who pops up at the end of the series. His name is Yukimura, which is actually really crazy because I find it funny that all three of these main characters are named after super generals like back in like the Warring States times, but that's besides the point. However, Hotaru Tachibana, in this case, she's a bit of an overreactor. She goes off, man, like she hears that, well, now she meets Masamune outside of her door, smoking a cigarette, talking to one of his girls about her big ass titties and shit. Then she can't fucking understand it. Then she attacks him. Then he fucking leaves and shit. Then from there on, her friend says that she spent up all of her money at a host club. Then she, without actually really listening to what her friend had to say, she ran off, tried to go ahead and fight Masamune in a fucking survival battle and lost, while breaking up his entire business. And then that's pretty much like the premise of the first episode. Not bad. Really good. Not bad. But, you know, it's pretty okay. But either way, though, there is one little thing about this series that is sort of aching me a little bit. I don't know why an anime character is in this TV show with all these human beings. I don't fucking get it. Because it's like, they never really explain, like, why. Because, okay, apparently Hotaru has the ability of super strength for some random ass reason, meaning that she can jump from 3-story fucking buildings, land perfectly fine, has fucking like superhuman reflexes and also fighting ability, can punch through solid mass with no fucking problem, and also kick off items so hard in which that they break to pieces underneath her feet. I don't know how that's possible, and they don't try to do anything to fucking explain it. Which that, to be fair, I was sort of expecting, like, when, like, she was trying to attack Masamune, in which that he would be just the same way. Or at least, like, that's their way of trying to, like, hyper-realize, like, their fucking skills. But they don't necessarily do that with him. It's like she has superhuman strength and movement of somebody who really, they don't necessarily explain, like, how she got it. Well, they may explain it in the future, but coming off this... But looking at this from like the first episode, they don't necessarily explain it. It's like she doesn't have a history in fighting. She doesn't have a history in a type of martial art. Nothing like that. She doesn't have a history of actually like moving like this or having to run away from bullies or some shit like that. It's like she's just like that. And apparently they explain Masamune's ability to sort of like read her every movement and gives him the ability to dodge bullets. Apparently because he has been like a host for X amount of years. He has pushed his way up to becoming #1 by being able to read people's body, or at least read the women's body movements. And if they nudge for like even a second, he can instantly react to it, which is really anime. But other than that, though, at least they explain his skills. Yukimura, however, We just know that he likes to study. He gets bored of that shit pretty easily, and he likes survival battles. That's all we know so far. But other than that, that is what I gotta say about that. Please tell me what you think about it down there in the comment section. If you like this anime, go ahead and tell me down there too. If you like this video, hit that like button. I'll catch you guys on the next Jongravesshow. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.